Запустить трансляцию. Такая вот я. Йоу-йоу-йоу. Что она не кажется? Здорово, 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 здорово. Трансляции. Не. Какой не, если да. Ой, надо Tyloo добавить. Spitit. Tyloo. Ебой. Дали. Так, все так. Какой-то даун пишет, что Tyloo Вега не сможет. Ебой. Всем привет, ребятушки. Одно видео загрузить. Ссылочку на трансляцию получить, да. Как такой там, а там не... Ой. Туда попасть надо. Да. Первую ссылочку. Ставить все сюда. Ой. X. Все готово. FACEIT. Сюда. Погнали.
That was Team Liquid and Ninjas in pajamas, hence why you're not seeing them past this day. It was the win versus Astralis, a huge overtime game, 28-26, and that wasn't the only 28-26 of the day. Good grief, yes, Optic versus Tyloo. I'll be seeing more from Tyloo and Optic today, as both teams are still in limbo. 2 wins, 2 losses is the story of today, and you can see where that second win came from for Tyloo. It was up against Renegades, and that left our analysts feeling a little baffled.
I'm not quite sure if maybe baffled by what Renegade showed up to this major qualifier with. When you have Tyloo, there's always that.
Русскую трансляцию нельзя смотреть. Вот, английскую хз. X. Матч через 8 минут, ребятушки, так что ждем матч. С моего стрима. Да, плюс TX. К. Что там? Там морет что-то, ребятушки. Ебой.
I did sit down with our camera crew a little earlier on, and we can actually hear what Team Spirit are saying coming into this major.
Русский нельзя, ребят, стрим смотреть. Жалко.
Dreaming, I think. Of course, no one expects this from us, but I think if we play our game like we can play, we can do this. Я сказал то, что типа мажор для меня самый главный турнир в жизни, что каждая команда очень сильно готовится к этому турниру, и никто недооценивает. It's really cool actually, and FACEIT make everything super good, like practice zone and
Погнали. X.
I think we can qualify for next stage, and after this, we're gonna fight whoever one we get. Cheer for us, and we will be strong with you.
man, oh man. Well, they've managed to get our hearts, so we'll see if they can get the game. It's going to be a tough one. Best of 3 coming up, and I mean, you got to hear from Some Die Young there. He is the youngest and newest player to this roster, and I mean, him alongside the rest have truly, really pulled their socks up coming to this event.
Yeah, I think this is a match where you're going to sort of see all the individuals from Spirit firing on all cylinders. One person we haven't really talked about is Dima, and he's actually their best performing player this event at a 1.07 rating. So it's going to be interesting to see their depth that we've sort of been talking about over this event, because Tyloo's a team that even in IEM Shanghai they sort of choked in the final versus us, where they didn't play that scrimmy fast style that they normally do, and I'm interested to see if Tyloo sort of gives Spirit that room that they gave us.
I think the most impressive thing with Spirit is coming into this, a lot of us were expecting it to be a mini Vega, but in other ways it's more like a mini flip side with structured, well-rounded Counter-Strike on the T side. They're playing a proper brand, they do the defaults well. But if you look at these guys throughout the tournament, the 2 games in which they had lost, you know, obviously
Всем привет, ребят.
We don't want to kind of factor in those results, they weren't able to get much done there, but in the ones that they won, Coldy had a really big performance on that blowout over Rogue. And then the big player for me against North, which was such a legit win, that's their most legit victory in the whole tournament, on Nuke, was Sotfik as the in-game leader, and the way that he played outside, he was the highest rated player there. Yeah. So if you look at those 2 as like potential win conditions in this environment, then you have to put them at the top of the chain, or at least the win condition for Spirit.
Couldn't agree more. In fact, we have to talk about their opponents as well. Daps has been in a grand final against them, and now they look to pick up 1 best of 3 to get themselves to the new Legends stage. Let's talk Tyloo.
This is a major, we have nothing to lose, we just give our best to make an upset. I think so far we doing well, better than the last time. To qualify for it is already a dream come true, so if we can win it major, I cannot believe it.
Китайцы.
This is my first experience against top team, and also like the major, like really a big tournament, right? So our main goal is of course like we want to become a winner, but I think our priority now is like we want to become a legend. I think we need to fix our weakest map, and then I think we can win this.
So I guess in major, everyone in our team will give their best to prove one more time that Tyloo can be a top team also.
We are from Asian, right? And then if we can really win that major, I think we really make a big history.
Хотят выиграть мажор, говорят. Это будет такая, говорит, история жесткая.
It's Tyloo now, who have been a bit of a main.
Что за лох? О, Мансей, лол.
Events, of course, nothing larger than the UK FACEIT Major.
Что за лох?
Now waiting to see if they can maintain this style. You've already got me nervous, Daps, because you just said that they can, at times, lose what makes them so special in the precious environments.
Yeah, and sort of the storyline I want to go for here is Bentet has not been playing how he normally does. So it's going to be interesting. I think personally, if Bentet plays how he normally does, this is going to be a fairly easy best of 3 for Tyloo. But so far, Expert's been very impressive, and other individuals such as Somebody has also been stepping up a lot. So
I just want to back that up or clarify that point. In the 2 games that Tyloo have won, Bentet has been the highest rated player.
Yes.
In the games they lost, Somebody and Excurate were having a lot of impact, but they were unable to convert those games. So for me, Bentet becomes the win condition exactly. He has to play and be the best player on the team, or at least that's been proven so in the context of this tournament, if they want to put the W's on the board.
Yeah, and these rosters, of course, are brought to you by DreamTeam.gg, and this is somebody, and this is somebody who I want to talk about because the plays he's been making are very interesting to me because they strike me as a play you only make when you are either you feel or you think you can positively reinforce the idea that you can get away with it, which I can't help but feel he has.
Какая там карта, кстати, надо чекнуть.
The way that you see him play around smokes, I like to call these type of players moths because it's like moths to a flame.
Ой, бля, я не в
When
ту
they
игру
see a
зашел.
smoke, they gravitate towards it and they want to play around it and use it to their advantage. We obviously saw that clutch round yesterday, that 1v3 situation against Renegades. He's thinking and playing Counter-Strike outside of the box, not in the fundamentally sound way by any means. And that's why he is so disruptive because he can unravel a strategy with one kill. And that is a huge thing to have against a structured opponent.
Yeah, Absolutely, and in fact we got a head-to-head for you, which does put a couple of perhaps unfamiliar names, and that's one of them at least for Team Spirit, Sotfik. They're going up against Bentet, who we've already outlined as a win condition for them. But this is the two in-game leaders putting their stats to the test.
Yeah, and these were brought up again. Once again, I think Bentet is the biggest win condition, obviously.
Я тоже могу так писать, смотри.
He has been the highest rated player for Tyloo in their victories, and Sotfik with their only legitimate win. Well, not only legitimate, their most legitimate win over North. He was the highest rated player, and I really liked how he applied himself outside to make life difficult for that unit. So I think these guys are going to be hugely integral in this best of 3.
I've got a fun stat for you.
Sure.
Not from Sotfik or Bentet, so we'll come back to us. But did you know that Dima from Team Spirit has the highest flash assist rating in the entire major so far?
That's pretty nice.
And he has the highest rating too on his team.
There you go. Keep your eyes on Dima. Don't sleep on Dima. And now the best of 3 veto. If we could slow this down, magical wizards of production. And Daps talk this one out just quickly.
Well,
звук на 0.
Yes, 100%.
Off the table.
The question is, does Spirit pick Overpass?
Yeah.
Overpass катают.
Personally, last time they played each other, Spirit did pick Overpass.
Что там по Overpass'у?
They lost, but I think they'll pick it anyway since Tyloo never plays it really.
And a big win, of course, versus Rogue on it earlier in the tournament.
That will back up a bit of confidence there, and then the question becomes, does Tyloo want to
Что
go
у нас
with
по
the
Overpass'у
Mirage
по
pick or the Inferno
Tyloo?
pick? Now we saw Spirit have a very good game on.
У Spirit хороший Overpass.
tournament against
Да, все это
Faized.
есть для
They were unable to
Спиритов.
close it out, but they won a lot of rounds on
Добрый.
the T side. The CT side was abysmal.
Бэтс
But
можно
Tyloo
оставить.
looked really good on Inferno. It looked like a well-rounded map for them, so they'll be happy to take either of those. And there's the Overpass pick, which gives Tyloo the choice of side, and it is. I don't know what that little graphic there means.
I think it's the side choice.
Yeah. So does that mean that?
What graphic?
Spirit,
That's
the little
CT,
oh,
CT
the CT
symbol.
logo.
Проверяем.
I'm not sure if that means
Yes,
that
it
they're
does.
going
It means they pick CT.
Там он, видишь,
They
уже
get
армапик
the
идет.
side.
Так, надо все
Apparently
поофать.
so. Tyloo are picking themselves
That's pretty
CT as
cool.
well. Yeah. I wish more
Че,
events
кейсик
were like
сегодня
that.
откроем
I
один.
gotta
Pick
just
your
pick
Я
the
могу
side
прямо
and
сейчас
then
открыть
the side.
кейсик же, да? Да, могу.
Let's maybe not read too much into that
Мираж.
right away. We'll wait and see what happens in the server because it could be represented by.
С
on
другого
each
ака
side,
выпало.
to which side
На
plays.
втором
There's so
аке.
many different variations.
Там просто
I
стоит,
think
короче,
Tyloo
этот
is
Twitch и выпало с
respecting
Твича.
Spirit's Mirage in a way, because this happened last time they played each other as well as Tyloo picked Inferno and not Mirage. And generally,
But why?
Tyloo goes to Mirage for. I think it's just because Spirit is a good Mirage team,
Right.
and they don't want it to be.
That's a
the
good
map they
third.
pick,
That's
and
a
it's
cool third map.
Yeah. I think there's clear
Ой,
favorites on
пас
the
Мираж
openers, and then
Инферно.
if we make it to the third,
Прикольно.
then that's where it gets really the nitty and the gritty, right?
Yeah.
We get to see the structured defaults versus the more sporadic, more scrimmy style.
Мне
of
каждый
matches.
мейджор падает по
Yesterday
3, по
when they
4
played Renegades
кейсика.
in a post-interview or an
Мне
interview
все
somewhere,
кейсы уже падали,
changed
кроме,
up
наверное...
the
мне
side
ни разу
a
еще
lot
не
after the
упал
Optic game
нюк, а
with
так
Optic
все
over.
кейсы
I
уже
imagine
падали.
they
И
actually
Кол
adapted
был,
to
и
play
так
a little bit more
далее.
because, like in that Optic game, it felt like the way they were playing was to lure Optic into the aggression. Actually,
На том мейджоре чисто смотрел, короче, этот как вот Twitch только. И, короче, 4 кейсика упало. Было угарно. Вообще в КС-ку не заходил. Чисто только Twitch стоял. У меня на втором ПК включен это только Twitch. На этом включена КС-ка и Twitch. И хз, падает. Кстати, также, знаешь, что возьми? Зайди на FACEIT и приконнект FACEIT к Твичу, и тебе могут еще монеты падать самого FACEIT на FACEIT, короче, монеты ихние. Вот такая херня. Если ты главный стрим смотришь, то тебе монеты еще падают с ихнего стрима. Там 50 тысяч, 100 тысяч монет.
I really like what Tyloo have done, and I think that this will bring a
Я
real
потише
lease
хочу
of
сделать.
life into
Шаг.
the Asian region. So I'm going to stick with Tyloo. Their
Русский
biggest
стрим,
enemy
блин,
is
смотреть нельзя.
under the pressure. They need to rise to the occasion as opposed to crumble like they did in IEM Shanghai versus Daps and Co.
NRG, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yep.
To be fair,
Что-то
NRG
все
are
в
better,
Тайлу
but
верят,
Tyloo
охереть.
definitely crumbled. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what we got for me.
It's tough to say just because I think Tyloo does have the better individuals overall, but I think Spirit actually is a better team in terms of structure.
Yeah.
And I think Tyloo has more pressure on them, so I'm gonna go Spirit actually.
Interesting. Okay, one for Spirit, and
О, Spirit один
Not a bad
поставил.
shout, really.
it's not. It really isn't. But I do love the idea of having our first Chinese presence in the top 16. You know, China, Indonesia. If anything, it's only going to accelerate the CS:GO to Asia movement. However, same for the Team Spirit boys. CIS qualifiers are definitely proving that they deserve those spots with what the show they put on here at the major so far, or at least at the challenger stage of it. So I'm gonna go for Tyloo. I'm gonna have to jump on that Tyloo train, but I would not be upset.
Он
We
тоже за
get 4
Tyloo.
3, take me into OT, give me the whole shebang.
I feel like it's a 60-40 matchup. Maybe even
Только
like
один тип за
65-45,
спиритов, охереть.
all the win conditions considered, right? You can even bring pistol rounds into it, and both teams have equal. They've only won 37.5% of their pistol rounds. If you look at those stats, just Spirit are better at converting if they do win. So maybe look for that. If Spirit win the pistol and they're able to convert against a force by heavy team like Tyloo, that's a good sign for them in this best of 3.
So I've outlined some win conditions for you. In fact, some players are going to have to step up to the plate. This is a survival game. If you want to get to that top 16, if you want to get to the...
Согласен, тут аналитик я как бы.
Certainly sounds a whole lot better than Challenger. And if they want to do it, Bentet from Tyloo has to have a consistent performance. He has so far in their victories, but not in their losses. We'll see which Bentet shows up today. On the other side of things, keep your eyes on Dima, one of the highest rated players in the server, but also been throwing those flashbangs like no one else. Let's jump in with your casters. It's going to be Anders Moses.
Главное, я верю в СНГ. Остальное похеру. Че, Major, начинается турнир?
Very kind of you, Alex. We appreciate it a whole lot. We do try. I mean, one of us in.
Это у них музыка играет? Это у них, конечно, песня, ё-моё. Что там по матчу? Там вармяпик пока. Типы бегают, прыгают, бля.
And we have the up-and-comer app if you would like to check that out and make sure you can follow along with FACEIT Major, the rest of the stages we have going on. We are finding out the last 3 teams to join us for the Legend stage, and here you can, we'll see, I mean, we'll see who's going to win this one by...
7,6 зато здесь.
That's actually, that's kind of a little bit surprising to me. Spirit looks great. It's not, I'm not, the team, I just assumed that time...
Не, мне один кейс упал. Это я трейданул с другого ака. Да я уверен, что мне то штук 10 еще выпадет. Минимум еще 10 кейсов должно выпасть мне. Я ж типа такой жесткий игрок. Я думаю, еще один аккаунт поставить. 3 аккаунта, чтобы было. Good luck, have fun, братишки мои. Полетели спириты. Давайте. Что у них за пистик, мне интересно. Весь экран надо еще.
This is gonna be tough. They're actually moving up long at the moment, Spirit. So if they keep
Хера себе у них укрепление Б-пункта, там, блядь, 4 типа, 1А стоит, инфу собирает.
He's gonna eventually have to call some support back. Tyloo is remaining disciplined.
Тактики херовые.
Very disciplined. That must be hard to own. They're starting to rotate out and might actually be at the right time.
И они фул стягиваются пода.
Grenades. You can see Dafkos has got a smoke lined up and Sotvik got a smoke and a Molotov, so they're quite ready to execute on this bomb site. The rotation is going to be right on time as well for Tyloo. No flank happening. They were thinking about it. Somebody's going to go down to Coldy. Big opening for Spirit. Trying to bring it back. You see him just like
Хера он ему хедшот дал, но не попал.
Bentet though will do a great job just connecting Coldy with 2 in return. Triple for him right now.
Прикольно.
Still got some more bullets in.
Найс, своему хедшот дает.
Who hit him at that point in time? Maybe a teammate. I'm not sure.
Oh, this is dirty.
Yeah, the bomb's right in front, but the smoke is going to fade. They should be able to see him, and he's not connecting the shots.
Мать, это стрельба, конечно.
Definitely going to get that one kill, but he should have gone down already. It feels like, and there's the backup.
Ну это easy должно быть.
Solo on health, just
ну 10 хп.
From the bank. The bomb will finally be planted after a very, very long delay here.
Easy.
It will be team
как я и говорил.
Pistol round. That was a very awkward fight.
It really was uncomfortable for Tyloo coming into that bomb site. I think that position on pistol round is so hard to pull off when you're right underneath that sign. You can just get this one right here, Coldy. Great angle, watching it.
Красиво убил.
Just a fight all the way to it. I think unfortunately they just got a little bit disorganized and doubled up right behind that truck. No one watching for the wrap. Really difficult situation rotating back in from that B stack.
134 сувенира купало.
I mean, they just marched their way to the A bomb site slowly but confidently and surely.
Yep, and the smokes worked out quite well for them. So overall, good round. Challenge here at the L-bend. SDY.
Я думал, двоих убьет somebody. Сам Dayank, то есть.
It's a good start when you buy those C-set 75s. I mean, normally you don't want to be trading on the CT side, but I feel like you're doing it around like this. Let's put a bit of pressure on the guys with the actual guns.
It's got to get someone over to the bomb site to join up with DD. Somebody in the stairs as well kind of has control of the middle of the map. Bentet with eyes on long and ears. Hasn't heard a single thing. Spirit is just going to wait this one out. They're going to hit this B bomb site 100%. Around like this, especially if they're losing one player, you don't want to traverse across all the way to the other side of the map.
Сейчас спину дождется, убьет.
You have to take these kinds of risks, but he's going to have to be careful.
This is being watched for all.
О, какой же тайминг.
He'd stayed there 2 more seconds. He would have seen somebody coming down. Now instead, he could get shot in the back. He's turning around for it now. Boldy well aware, but he's still going to get a bullet to the face. That C-set 75 so lethal. Now it's a 3-on-4. 45 seconds. They're kind of weirdly trapped. I can't blame them for wanting to go back and pick him up, but who knows how long time they have to spend doing that. And they're going to get at the bomb instead, run towards the bomb site. There are going to be 3 people waiting for them here.
Я бы тоже на него забил хер и побежал.
That's going to be tough. DD has a lot of pressure on a Bentet with the CZ. It's far away. Great kills though coming out. Somebody on the flank chiming in one more time and it's all over.
Hello.
Nicely done from Tyloo. The trap is sprung and somebody with a very timely flank up the ladder just ruins Team Spirit. I think they had to, you could see them kind of second guessing that decision to turn around and take care of him first, and they almost had to do that. They had the time for about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And he eventually does backstab.
It's one of those things, right? Because there's that really annoying position you can take up the T-spawn by the stairwell. So, I mean, they could have lost another player doing that as well. I don't know. It's just so hard to really say, isn't it? But what a conversion.
Problem is you have to deny that information. You have to make Tyloo believe it's possible they can go back towards A, so there's not 3 players at that bomb site. That's where they really lost out. So much information gained. Nice play from Tyloo. Tie things up. They mentioned on the desk, Spirit good at converting those pistol rounds, but they falter here early in the morning.
They do. And again, the timing when Coldy was holding that angle, I mean...
Yeah, that's a bit brutal.
If he rewatches the demo at some point, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? Not going to be happy about that.
I'd be furious. Bentet's close up out towards long with the Galil. Xcurate playing at the sign as well. Somebody on the rotate back. They're going to need him pretty quick. Xcurate's going to get first contact, and he's getting aggressive. This is so dangerous.
They're just all around the corner. Davkost waiting up there. Maybe did you see it? It felt like
какой-то жесткий раунд собираются делать.
The guy holding really close to Bentet. He's already seen it now. Oh, this is dangerous. Xcurate is in so much trouble right now. He wants that flashbang, but he's going to get taken down.
Дима залетел. Дима, красавчик. Форс на форс, ё-моё, берем.
They just get overrun. That A defense does nearly nothing at all. Now DD and just trying to stay alive.
That's so weird. But I mean, we didn't get to see Bentet's POV when he jumps up, but surely he should have heard that. It looked like he got caught off guard by that deagle peak, and you have to hear the sound and obviously respect both of them. But again, that position, that sign position between long and those stairs, that's such a dangerous spot to be in. We've seen it now 2 rounds. This round in pistol, where it backfires. Tyloo's going to have to be very careful about this defense moving forward. They get a couple superficial kills right at the end. It's not going to mean much in back.
Нормально, еще 2-1.
As Team Spirit respond, and that was far too easy. That's not even an execute. That's 2 picks with the deagle, or I mean 1 pick with the deagle and a lot of damage dealt, and then roll into the bomb site with the CZs. Tyloo needs to make that much more difficult.
Нормально он ему дал.
It is really cool. Cross doing a fine job there. But the position that he's in at the sign as well, I mean, it's... You're right, it is questionable, but especially...
Ну да, форс на форс чисто залетели.
I personally hate that spot. When I see people in it, it always makes me uneasy. We've seen some offers deal with it pretty well, but...
Дефолтный молик на шорт.
Kind of get yourself out of danger, out of harm's way if things go to hell. As they did in that round. Here comes SDY, wants to take over the short sewers, he's going to get it. Full investment for Tyloo in this with those saved weapons. Scout 2 UMPs, the M4, the FAMAS. Got a decent amount of utility, just the 1 kit though. Still a pretty strong buy, especially when you look over to Team Spirit. It's not like they're fully loaded out with AKs.
Что за молик?
A little bit too, that's for sure. Yeah, saving those 2 rifles in the previous round.
Интересный молик, кстати. Что он летит? А, типа на буст? А, нычку упал.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, Molotov and the pop flash over as well. You peek for someone running out of the way. Oh, great find. Great late boost.
We see that tried so often, and it doesn't really always do that much, but this is well worth it. And another one followed up. STY gets taken down from somebody. So now 5-on-3. This is another one of those back and forth games, Moses. Let's buckle up. Let's get ourselves strapped in for this one. Sotfik gonna be running into the bomb site.
Нормально долетел. Боже. Какие-то яйца, как-то вы. Дидис ему, блядь, залетает Сотфик, -2 дает спокойно. Ладно, я чуть отойду, ребят.
they should have a bit of space, unless they could buy 2 AKs and try and go for the Spirit if they want to.
Could, and I imagine they're at least going to invest something. This is great. I mean, this is Tyloo finding ways to be active. I mean, you saw that third round they gave right back up. They gave a lot of space over, and here they're starting to deny some over, at least towards that B bomb site in the short waters. Need to figure out a way to be able to do that at the A bomb site. But yeah, good response, and I think this timeout from Spirit is to kind of talk things over. Tactical timeout, maybe see if they want to buy into this. I think it's going to be a tough call to make, but as we've seen throughout this event so far, his teams really like applying that economic pressure.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, it can really pay off, can't it? But you also do risk giving the other team such a big lead.
Yeah, they're gonna stay away. Play it conservative. You have a Deagle on Sotfik. They've already decided to save. So all tied up 2-2, but Tyloo with the weapon advantage in this round. I mean, with every advantage in this round, really.
Yeah, just have to avoid the Deagles, and they should be in a good position. A weird start, but I might see a return to normality in this game, at least for a short while.
Well, I think Spirit's going to have kind of an idea. 2 rounds they go to the B bomb site after winning that pistol. They get shut down both times. Pistol round they go to A, they win. 3rd round they go to A, they win.
Yeah.
So I think we're starting to see a pattern here. 2 wins at A, 2 losses at B, and oh, that's awkward to run scope. It's Davkos, and Benset is pushed up again. Pop flash coming out. He wants to turn that corner. No one's blind. This is risky, but he's going to get the first. Doesn't really feel like he needs to duel with the second. Nade out. They're winning all across the map, and Bentet with a second kill. Might as well go for a 3rd of that USP. And there's the scout. Yeah, they've all got it. Tyloo, hold on.
It looked like he was running towards him while scoped up then. Still got the kill. That's not bad. So, plenty of money now. At least for some, they could even buy an AWP on Coldie if they really wanted to drop one over to Davkos, and they could trade for the AK-47. Seems like they're not that interested at the moment, but they should have plenty of utility to work with on that T side, so we'll see how they do.
He goes for the scout as well, so obviously wanted to scope weapon. Interesting to see them not drop that AWP. Still a scout on Excurate as well. Playing the money game, we've seen those. Started seeing this more and more, obviously. I mean, preserve the economy, the scout's still an effective weapon. That is a great nade. Pegs SDY in the neck. Oh, they're not prepared for that though. Dima had the angle, just not ready for that peek up the ramp. That was Captain Mo, and he might have gotten away with one. Or it might have been DD. One of the two.
I feel like that's become more and more popular on this map, just running to that particular spot on the T side, and even sometimes people just sneak their way into the B bomb side because people forget to hold that position, so...
It's still one of those things where it just feels like it's so unlikely that you can take your eyes off it once in a while.
Oh, he's ready for it, but it goes too late. He thought that was going to put it out, and I did too. But it had to wait to land on the low ground, and he burned.
It even landed. I just don't think it put it out. Molotov was spread on top of the railings that he was standing on as well. That is, that's awkward. He's going to be frustrated about that.
Like, the base of the Molotov is somehow different from where the grenade... oh my god. That is...
Oh, get wrecked. Benset pushed up behind the smoke.
Are we going to see the triple boost? Oh, no, we're not. I feel like I missed that. I would love to see that, Moses. It's been too long now.
I don't know why people don't do it. Oh, good kill from Sotfik. Bentet came through the smoke, and it's all on somebody.
Oh, what a good shot there from Excurate, taking down Dima, and then the follow-up, as you said, somebody standing his ground and getting a triple kill. Not bad at all. 4-2 here.
Let's see that Molotov kill.
Yeah. Do we want to? Are you that cruel, Moses?
I do.
You just like it when people suffer, don't you?
Yeah, because so look at this. The Molotov landed actually off the upper part, and he tries to put it out in the water. Oh boy. You don't like to see that. Well, I do. I don't know if everybody does.
Yeah. What a way to lose your life. 4-2 and round number 7 now. That Molotov does nothing. You can throw it from back there, which we've seen very many times. Guess it doesn't really matter that much, but don't want to waste the money, right?
Tyloo come into play on this map. I gotta be careful though, actually. This is much more aggressive, much faster pace. I don't think Excurate's seen anything now. He does now, he knows. Gotta be careful. No real intel of where that hit is coming in. I don't think they realize how many players are this close. Careful with your wide peaks. Coldie has an angle. He's got that P250. Smoke out towards long to concentrate on the main choke point.
It's a really good counter flash. Bentet with a double follow-up. Pretty much cancel out that entire push. Flashbang is so important. Great job from Bentet. Love to see him come to play in this game as well. He's such a great player. Gets taken down eventually, but it was a triple before he went out, so 5-2 now.
Tyloo's playing a very passive defense in this A bomb site. They're playing pretty deep in, and I think Spirit, once they get the AWP, they can really exploit that. I think that op is going to be very, very important for this T side, because if they're going to give up all this ground towards bathrooms and you can actually gain that quickly on your T side, that's a lot of time for the op to be able to peer into that bomb site and wait for a mistake, wait for a peek for information.
Wait somebody to make that jump?
Yeah, or I mean, just throw some utility, force some players out of a position, put some pressure on and see if they're going to fall prey to the op.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out right now. It seems like they are headed in that direction fairly quickly. Smoke goes up and Bentet does not want to stick around for it. Somebody, oh, we could have got caught then. That was scary for a minute.
He's got some information. He spotted him coming long, didn't he? Tough part over towards the B bomb site. Xcurate has the AWP for Tyloo, and he's pretty committed. They all are. They're starting to take control. Map control on the CT side, but still so much pressure. They're going to have to react to this soon. Smoke goes down. Bentet and somebody this time playing halfway up bathrooms. Xcurate now rotating back towards A with the AWP, but they've got to stack out to his long. He's going for the jumping kill.
Davkos really likes this position, doesn't he? Whether it's the Deagle or the... Actually, a little bit further back, but still. Just loves playing that along, either Deagle or AWP. It's been pretty successful so far. Sotvik, close right on the other side is somebody. A bit of an awkward fight here that really could determine a lot for how this A-hold is going to stand up. 45 seconds now. I like the idea of having Davkos versus an Xcurate with the AWP. Both really good at it. Setting up for a bit of a smoke here. Let's see how this goes. 35 seconds. You may have been right, Moses. They may have realized that A defense is a little bit weak, but Sotvik caught sleeping and somebody will take him down. That's a big kill, and now it doesn't even matter what they do. Davkos and Coldy are left, but they're just not going to have any chance getting this done. Nobody goes down on the Tyloo side. 6-2 in their favor. That fell apart really fast.
Oh my god, that was a great delayed peek out towards long for Xcurate. First player had already crossed and he finds the timing. Even if not, I mean, even if he doesn't get that kill, Tyloo did a great job towards bathrooms. There's only one player from Team Spirit really attacking towards those stairs. And they take him out, and then they have, I mean, even if you're crossing into the bomb site, it's going to be so difficult. You're running into crossfires left and right. Tyloo looking great. And I think you're right. Whoever that was on Highway that they killed, the Tyloo killed with that aggressive, like, he didn't react whatsoever to that kind of a play. Seems like they're all a little bit sleepy. A lot of time to be sleepy.
Definitely not. I mean, I ran into them in the cafeteria this morning, and they didn't look sleepy at all. They were playing billiards, I believe, or pool.
All right.
They were looking fresh. So
maybe it's those poached eggs.
They were delicious, Moses. You missed out.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. 6-2 in the favor of Tyloo.
Yes, indeed. And it's the money that's now starting to worry Spirit on both sides. I mean, they're losing a lot of it, but here, that's an excellent return. 2-for-1 trade favoring Spirit. Dima with the C-set, 75. Dropping both somebody and captain mode. Somebody top fragging right now at 12 and 5. So getting him out of the round is definitely a good feeling. Could be stealing both the AK-47s.
They cannot let this round slip away. They have Tyloo on the ropes here. 3-on-4 man advantage. They have 2 AK-47 salvaged. Now they can be patient. You can see Pop Flash, DD's peeking out towards Monster. They want to find some intel. They want to know what's coming. Xcurate's going to be solo holding this A bomb site with the AWP. That's dangerous. They can gain a lot of ground on him. Davkos very close to these sewer exits. And yeah, this is a smart play, I think, from Xcurate. Push up towards long. Find some safety towards that A bomb site. Clear this out. At least tell your team, shrink the map just a little bit. You can come back for a new angle. They needs one of these rifles, though, eventually.
He's going to be so far into it. Furthest player back is Dima setting up a smoke right now. He's going to be running and making a lot of noise. That should call in the rotation from the B bomb side. They know now that something is up, so the big chance here is Xcurate picking up a kill before anything else happens. And Dima starting to fall back a little bit. He's not going to be close enough to stop the bomb from going down, although it's very, very close to that happening. One good kill turning around, but Dima's right there on him. A great round for Dima so far. Triple in the bag, and with the bomb plant, they're just going to escape. There's no smoke here for Tyloo to force any kind of a fight as well, which is a big problem when you want to get that defuse, maybe especially on the A bomb side on overpass. And now Bentet, corner he goes, gonna get the 1 kill in there, but they've lost DD at the meantime. And Bentet's gonna fall as well. That's an incredible round for Spirit to win.
It is great, and Tyloo's having a tough time with these CZs. They have to be frustrated that one player. Was that Dima who got the double kill on over towards Sandbags? This is great. 1 kill goes down. Good trade, just holds the trigger as well. Makes it look silly as usual. Good trade frag as well on Xcrit. Quick reactions. He was looking for the flank. Xcrit was just way too fast on that flank. He found the perfect timing to get in there quick. 6-3. And despite the success, despite a lot of rounds in a row, Tyloo doesn't really have a lot of money. This is the last buy they'll be able to bust out.
Yeah, they could have had another kind of flawless round, and you're right, it is going to be a rush right into the bomb site. Captain Mo might get caught completely off guard. Grenade in hand, he's down, and Dima's absolutely here to play, taking down Mo. Jumping on top, sprays the one, snap across the return, and Dima again, more headshots ringing in. He is playing an excellent game right now. Last couple of rounds, making sure Spirit have a great chance of having a good first half here. Even maybe a great first half.
If they save these 2 rifles, Tyloo, they can buy into the next round. They can force up and have a pretty solid situation, but Tyloo not ready for that pace. Forced back very early on, so 4th for Team Spirit when they looked out of it. Another timeout. Able to win a round with CZs, and now back into the action. Not sure Captain Mo just didn't realize that rush was coming. Caught with an 8-out.
It can be a slightly uncomfortable position, right? Because sometimes people like to be at the barrels looking towards Monster Tunnel, but if it almost feels like if you're not looking as they come in, if you go there once they already have the angle, then you're just dead immediately. So maybe if you realize you're just like, I don't really know how to react to this, you know?
No, but it didn't look like Team Spirit had anything to worry about with that B rush. I know their money was getting low, so maybe they didn't have a Molotov, but no flashbangs, no nade, nothing. Like, Tyloo just didn't realize it until they're already coming up that ramp, and that's too late to kind of notice that it's going to be a B rush. Yeah, see, that's way too clear. This flashbang came way too late. And obviously, just awkward fights from there once Captain Mo go down. He's the player who has to stop them from progressing too much onto the bomb site and grabbing that angle on the ramp. Right back into a little bit of chatter on the Tyloo side as they're the ones taking a timeout. 3 left for them. On the back foot, you can see they're 5 rounds in a row, and they lose 2 and they're done. I imagine they force up here. They have 4,400 on DD, so he can buy an M4. Somebody in Captain Mo can buy UMPs or FAMAS for the utility.
It's looking like some really serious conversations happening on the Tyloo side. I mean, I'm glad I saw some fist bumps at the end. Almost looked like they were...
Please don't start yelling at each other now.
It's too soon, isn't it?
Yeah, first 10 rounds of a BO3. What a cool story if they were able to make the Legend stage. They've been, at this point, I think a couple times now in these qualifiers. Or a decent amount now.
Yeah, I feel like they've got some good fan support as well. A lot of people want to see them move on. Team Spirit, though, one of the surprising teams of the Challenger stage so far, have really been looking great. So, here's Jump to get that instant AK shot. Instead, again, putting some pressure on that L-bend. Forcing Tyloo to stay honest in that position. They're quickly out of grenades. I mean, Spirit, they have enough, but Tyloo, they still over a minute left.
This is where I think you have to tell Xcrit to be a bit aggressive with the op. He's out watching towards long, which kind of, you know, neutralizes that idea, but you want that op to find a way to get a kill or two. Here comes a hit. Smokes out. Molotovs. All the flashbangs are coming through Monster Tunnel, and there's the counter nades as well. Somebody's got to get it out of the flames. He's got a blind opponent, and he runs out of bullets, but he does a drive-by. Great damage. Everyone from Tyloo is here now.
It is a very confusing defense, but it's working beautifully, isn't it? Goldie just has to try and do some economic damage here. A great double spray down, taking down somebody through that smoke, but still, 1 versus 3 in 30 seconds. So as long as they stay hidden, there's just not enough time to get all these kills. Not staying hidden quite yet, so Bentet goes down as well. Now, missed shot there. He's looking for it, Coldy. He really wants to make this happen. A little bit more damage output. Still 15 seconds. Again, they can just hide and wait for the bomb. There's no reason to try and fight this. They will, but that's a big risk.
That was nervous the whole way through in that 1 versus 3. I thought he really had some shots to be able to make that happen. Tyloo really risking it. Double op setup, though, for the defense. Now they're going to have one at each bomb site, so that's going to change the nature of the attacks from Team Spirit.
You want for somebody in that kind of scenario to just say the word time, right? Because then you can like, oh, that's right.
Yeah, just to snap you back into reality. I think they knew. I mean, the nice thing was at least they were trying, you know, in those last 20 seconds, the last 2 players were trying to fight together. They had a couple teammates getting picked off. When the 1v3, that 3rd player was pretty much all on his own and isolated. So at least they're trying to make the teamwork happen. This is an aggressive play from Xcurate.
You were asking for it last round, Moses.
Yeah. I'm not against it.
All right. We do like it, don't we, when we see those active AWP players.
Xcurate hit some incredible shots yesterday when I was watching Tyloo play. When he gets into the zone, he's very dynamic.
Yeah, I think he's quite the AWPer, isn't he? Get very exciting. Daft cost 2 on the other side, so I kind of, we haven't seen too much of that battle just yet, but if we could get that into action, that'd be something.
We're gonna get a B hit here. Dima and Coley just taking control, and look, they might be delayed boost. There's the jump, a bit risky from somebody, but he gets away with it. Nade's gonna come out. No one in that position. Here we come, pop flash through DD. Point of contact on the ramp.
One more time, 44 seconds here, and flashbangs all around. Nobody can see anything at the moment. They need to get the bomb down quick, and that's the why went off track. Going to be going down. Now the boost on the other side, and Xcurate will hit the shot on Dima. This is not bad at all. They need the bomb plant, though, and the bomb is now making its way in. Dapcost with the AWP going to be able to put it down. 4 on 3 with 24 seconds left. The bomb does go down. Now can Tyloo go for the retake? Ssich has to get the kill, and he's not going to be able to. A lot of pressure on the remaining one. Dapcost missing 1 shot. Oh my god! Coldy with a big double spray. And now they're going to try and run him down. 1 bullet is enough, and somebody on the other side. Dapcost, he needs the headshot, and he needs it right now. He's not going to get it. Somebody takes him down instead. Great triple. But I need to see that spray from Coldy. That was so quick.
And that was the only way they were going to win that round. I think Davkos missed a sitter on the AWPer, but Coldy made up for it with that spray. Nice retake from Tyloo. No nades in any of these. It's so important that Xcurate gets that pick because they really abandoned their player. DD was in water. He was the only one defending the bomb site, and if you're going to leave that bomb site, you really need that stack to work out and deliver something. 8-4, Tyloo. It feels like they've just barely hung on in some of these rounds, and they've just barely made this happen, but it's looking good. Op out on Davcost again. 2 UMPs on this T side. Utility for both teams a little bit bruised. Here we go. Oh! First time we've seen that op on op duel, and Davcost really wins it with no issues.
Yeah, it felt like Xcurate was late to that party, didn't it?
Very late.
They'd already set up the balloons, Moses.
Unfashionably late.
Yeah, and the beers have all been drunk as well. Another sign that you're late.
Yeah.
What kind of...
Maybe he's just passed out.
What kind of party is this, by the way? We've got the balloons, and there are like teddy animals up there as well, and beer. It's like weird... It's a weird mix, isn't it?
Haven't you had a birthday for your son yet, where you had all your adult friends over? Good excuse to have some beers in the backyard?
Oh, yeah. We'll get there. I'll invite you one day.
Yeah.
I don't really drink beer, so... Sodvik with a deep grenade just to put some pressure on that A-bomb site. See if they can handle this. 4 versus 5. You said it. Tyloo, these rounds they've been winning have been very close. So now that they're a whole man down, who knows what will happen?
Oh, Bentet's in trouble. I don't know if he gets away. I wonder if Dima's going to pounce on this. He hears the information. He's going to let him slide back. Obviously can't know if somebody, maybe an op, has an angle to watch that entrance, but he did not want to risk it. Everyone towards the A bomb site, and Tyloo has a great read of this. There's 3 players here. There's only 1 player defending that B bomb site. Smoke to put out the Molotov. Somebody, he's been the best performing player, takes his time, finds the kill, can't get the follow-up. The rest of his teammates are doing it. They're doing it all, and Tyloo holds on once again. A 4-on-5, 3 players hold the bomb site, and Tyloo's got 9.
I wondered for a minute then, because I think Bentet threw, maybe Bentet or somebody, I'm not sure, somebody threw a flashbang for somebody over at long, and he peeked and saw nobody. I wonder if that kind of flashbang could also give away that position. Like, if Team Spirit hear that on the other side, then they're probably going to check that corner, aren't they? So I was worried for a minute that he almost sort of like gave away his friends. I mean, it's still a good idea to throw that pop flash, but
it's a corner you check. It's just so tough to do it when there's 3 defenders because you have 2 players in the bomb site taking attention away, right? You can't just hard clear that and ignore every other position. Also, I mean, they knew Bentet was at the truck because he put out the Molotov, so Excurate plays the shadow, tags up, Molotov to slow down at least one choke point, but they're not going to slow down on the other. Looks like Team Spirit, they really want to put the pressure on here.
They are making their way on long as well. Now, of course, probably hoping for a bit of a peek. He's already been spotted out. Grenade, I don't think he's going to catch him at all, but they decided to back it off after the leg shot, so felt like they were almost within running distance of catching Excurate. Even if they lost like 1 or 2 people, maybe that would have still made sense. Regardless, they're down outside of B now, and Deemer's going to be hoping to make enough noise. I mean, keeping 3 people here as just 1 guy with a pistol is not bad at all, so this is about as good as it's going to get. Now it's getting worse.
Trying to throw, I guess, not really a fake, but I guess just trying to see what he can do. And DD out in the open, he needs this kill, he needs to get into cover as well. Excurate's here from up top, raining down death. 10-4, a great defensive half for Tyloo. It was a little bit questionable at the beginning. Remember, it was back and forth. Spirit actually won the first, the pistol. Tyloo won the second, and then back to Spirit before Tyloo went in a 5-round run.
I'm having kind of flashbacks to the game that, was it Rogue played against Spirit? Where they sort of, Spirit like survived that early fight and then they ended up having a great first half?
Yeah, it was like a 16-4, 16-5, but there was that like weird moment early on in the first half where Rogue could have broken their economy.
For like the first 7 or 8 rounds, I think Rogue could have definitely done so much more in that game. So I feel like maybe that's happening to Spirit right now. Like they've been almost breaking Tyloo, they've been winning some great rounds, but somehow
never actually getting there.
Yeah, they're just one step short at the moment. It's a little bit of a problem. A little bit of aggression from Excurate over at long. It's a good position. You just get so much information from holding it. All right.
He's feeling confident as well, pushing up. Yeah, he just doesn't care. Got all the intel. He's got to be careful. Dima waiting up at party. He's going to be content to hold this one, and this is a bold play because, yeah, you did look at long and you did clear it out, but they could be wrapping around you, and he's, oh, it's not gonna pay off.
He bumped into the corner as well. Instant nightmare material there when he might have been chased down.
It's a really cool play from Excurate that doesn't pan out.
Now let's see how this works out. 5 on 5. This is for round number 15, last of the half. Remember, this is a best of 3, so still plenty of chances, but
he just doesn't care, does he?
No, he really doesn't. He's just not interested.
Oh god, he did it again. I feel like he should have had 2 kills in this round already. Maybe he's a little bit frustrated out there. Those shots didn't land. Good aggression, clearing things out. Coldy over in short. They're going to hunt him down as well. That's DD pushing up to find the kill, and now they have to hit the A-bomb site. It's the only option left. They're just getting picked off. Not even sure where everyone's playing. Tyloo, a statement. 11-4 to end that half. Somebody is 19-9. Bentet 14-7. All the individuals coming to play. SDY with only 1 kill. That's heartbreaking.
That is a little bit heartbreaking, especially in your elimination game. You don't want that at all. Tyloo, they lost the pistol round, they converted the second round, and then they had to fight for the next 5 rounds, but they did make it happen, and it was a job well done. That is very close to winning the first map. It's almost as close as you can get, Moses.
Pistol round, baby.
Mathematically, 5 rounds off.
You're good.
We can, yeah, I know. I've got this down.
That's why you've had such an extended career in Counter-Strike commentary.
It is one of my secrets.
Delivering
I do have a
goods.
calculator on my phone, so... But we don't give away all the trade secrets yet, Moses. We'll keep some of the magic so the viewers think, God, this guy is
just so you
incredible.
Can keep delivering for years to come. Here we go, T-side. We'll see what Tyloo has in store for us. This is when they can get fun. We do love the crazy Tyloo entries. It's very unique. Bentet and Excurate over at Playground. The other 3 players of Tyloo going to clear out the staircase. And Team Spirit have a pretty passive defense. Both bomb sites, actually. They want to play it more centralized so they can rotate very, very quickly to the other site.
Sotfik with the C-set 75 and a smoke. That could make for some really crazy plays in this A-bomb site. A lot of close fighting happening. I mean, normally you try and hold that corner with the USP and you just hope you get the early headshots, but if they get close, it could get uncomfortable. I don't think he cares if they get close now. In fact, he might even wish for it. Davkost's going to be taking down DD. Big beginning here for Team Spirit in a much-needed pistol round. Oh, he's getting flanked out a little bit. He's still taking down somebody. Now the defense is looking incredible, and as they try and jump for the smoke, that C-set 75 on the other hand, absolutely ready for it. Interesting buy, but it worked.
Tyloo doesn't even get close to that bomb site, and I mean, you can see kind of the point of why they play so passively at B as well. They're kind of playing a retake strategy with two players set up far back and one player jumping for info. They rotated so fast. Even when Davkost gets that kill, so, oh my god, I feel like you got two headshots blind there. Either way, whatever works. Great hold in the round from Team Spirit. And yeah, that CZ with the smoke really kind of threw off the entries.
It's not what you were expecting, right?
One player jumped through, the others didn't.
They saw enough.
Yeah. They were like, CZ on the other side? Nah.
Don't want any of that,
It's not my thing. Not my jam.
I can see how it can work as well, just almost mentally, because once you get to that corner on the T side when you're in the pistol, you do realize we've closed the distance now. If they miss one or two shots with those USPs, we're gonna gun them down. And then, oh no,
oh god,
they've got way more firepower.
We were so wrong. Well, they've got two smokes and two flashes in this round. I feel like they have to go through bathrooms. If you go long and give away the information, you're gonna get another quick rotation. You have to deal with that scout. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Maybe put the smoke up right at the end. Creep up behind it. One pop flash through. That used to be popular. That timing is nice. Oh, very nice.
This is one thing you don't want to happen. I mean, you can still make it work, but
oh god,
this is really awkward, isn't it? Maybe just take a step forward and a quick kiss, and then wasn't really a kiss. Probably having a fun time with the MP9. DD going to be the last one left. Sotfik with a great round here. Triple for him. He was playing, I remember at least one game earlier in the challenge stage. I can't remember which one, unfortunately.
Sotfik?
Yeah, he was playing really well. He had like one of those lights out kind of games.
I can't remember either. I do recall that happening.
Listen,
we were casting it.
Yeah, we were casting it. The games do sort of blend together, guys. I'm sorry, it's been some
long days.
It's been some crazy overtime days, and we've got Inferno as the next map, Moses. So I'm expecting more of it. I just want more.
Listen, Overpass isn't done yet. We could easily get 6 or 7 overtimes here.
Right?
Not against it. This round is a little bit of a sit it out for Tyloo. Upgraded pistols, no utility, no armor. Doing something creative.
Grouping up in the place of the map that has the least space to move around with all 5 members. Can easily be grenaded or sprayed down. I like it.
Or shotgunned. Here they go. Oh. SDY licking his chops. There's the grenade. I think it's going to go past him. It's pretty good damage on the 1 or 2, but yeah, the SMGs, the crossfire setup is great. Finish it off with a quick headshot.
He's got a triple. He's up to 5 now. That thing about, from his point of view, just the relief.
Yeah, a little bit of confidence, right?
Just the relief, right?
He did end the half on 1 kill.
Good to see him back in it. He's been, for someone I've never heard of before, he's been actually, I think, a pretty steady player.
He's been pretty solid. Some die young. Here we go. Gun round, Tyloo, no AWP, 5 AK-47s on the board. There is an AWP on Davkost, so big advantage there. He's taking that out towards long A for the moment. Molotov to slow things down. That's becoming a very popular little Molotov to throw.
Yes, indeed it is. 11-7 now. So the gap is close to just 4 rounds, which you can actually definitely make it back from if you're on the Spirit side, especially when you get that AWP up and running. On Davkost, he's really good with it. And it's exciting.
And there's not a lot of flashbangs for Tyloo to use to force him away. They only have 2. It's going to have to be smokes and choke points to allow them to move up and get close. He's going to have a couple opportunities here early on in this round. An off angle. Not necessarily a rare angle. We'll see if Tyloo can handle it. He might wait for Bentet and somebody to make their way into bathrooms from long. To be able to double that up.
Definitely seem like they're expecting some movement. Just holding all of these positions. They have cost. It's just so close, isn't it? But now 3 of them are on the other side of the wall. The longer he stays here now, the more dangerous it's going to get. Sotvik's close by with the MP9, but if he goes down, there's no reason to believe that Davkos is going to be able to make his escape. Go around the corner, Sotvik getting one good kill. He's still alive, and Captain Mo will drop him now. Davkos gets the one, but there's no follow-up. Only one of them went in that way. Davkos can actually hold this a little bit. He's going to get shot in the back. Go back up from the bomb side, and Bentet to take down Coldy. That's a big mistake here. 15 seconds, and the bomb is going to be going down. Dima shot in the face. Says DY going to follow. No trouble at all. Somebody is having an incredible game right now. 22 kills in 19 rounds. That's quite something.
That's such a tough position to be in for Team Spirit. You run that 2-man defense in bathrooms, and they just stick around. Even with the first kills and the follow-up AWP, there's just too many different locations, and Davkos almost had to get hyper-aggressive after finding that kill. Getting wrapped upon from long. A nice split, nice handling of the aggression that caught him off guard initially. Brilliant trading for Tyloo, and like you said, somebody just able to clean things up. Spirit has to win this round. They cannot get reset here. They're out of money with this buy. Davkos with the op has to produce something. He's got a tag through a wall, execute it down to 40, but that's the opper, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. He's not really going to take part in the front lines of the attack. It's not necessarily too big of a deal that he's been softened up.
You can still do a lot with that kind of health if you're the AWP player, that's for sure. Team Spirit need to get back to winning right now if they don't want to have another economic breakdown. I feel like they had enough of that in the first half. They weren't really enjoying it all that much.
They did not have a fun first half. Task was talking a lot about how much fun it would get to a third map. I mean, Tyloo's Inferno is going to be dangerous. So this is actually a big deal. If Tyloo is able to steal this first map, it might be a relatively quick series.
I forgot what those are like noises. I don't...
Flashbang out, good timing from Davkos, even better follow-up from Sotvik. In a round they must win. This is a brilliant start.
Those long positions, I mean, when you make it work like this, they look incredible, but they can be so risky. There are so many ways.
My Lord.
He's going to keep pushing, isn't he? He's lost his mind. He's making a lot of noise, and he goes down. That might have been a bit of a giveaway. It's not over yet, but that can maybe... They lost track of where the Tyloo team are right now. They're falling back really, really far in this A bomb site. And DD, is he going to hear it? It doesn't seem like it. They're still committed to the bomb site. Let's see if DD can drag them out here before they actually go.
I don't think they realize that DD, they can't go back now. There's no time. DD needs to get this kill. If he gets this kill, he can maybe pull some people out of their positions. But yeah, this is too much to ask for. Extra, not even going to check for it. 12-8. Tyloo still in the lead, but they cannot build upon that. That was very close to breaking. I mean, yeah, a little bit crazy on the running from Sotvik out towards long A with that kind of a flank. They were pretty sure it was going to be committed. DD was applying enough pressure to force him into that mistake.
I feel like almost, I mean, from our point of view, it looked like Tyloo almost out-tricked themselves. They went too deep.
A little bit different on the ground, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to know that they would have fallen that far back, Spirit, in the A-bomb side. Regardless, of course, setting up, I thought like he was going to maybe flash a teammate in, but they just go and check and fall back pretty quickly. Maybe they realize they're up against pistols and they don't want to take any close fights. Fair enough.
These Deagles are the one Deagle. You'd love for the Deagle and the P250s to produce something for you if you're Tyloo. Double op setup now for Team Spirit, but the money is still not good. 3 players hovering right around 1,300. For Team Spirit, any kill is going to be valuable. Take one of those ops away. That smoke is going to allow them to creep up very, very close. Nade on Sotvik. Where does he throw that? Maybe going to re-smoke. They could blow up through it. Yeah, and Davkos is in that position.
If he re-smokes that, they might just try and see if they can make it work. They're listening to him jumping on the other side. Here it comes. He's not going to smoke it. Instead, the MP9 is out, but he's kind of left his Hawker alone over at long. It could be a bit uncomfortable. There's one kill. Davkos in a lot of trouble, and he's going to be going down. Coldy in time to get just the one kill, and he hasn't actually spotted that extra. Really weird. Finally gets the sight on him. He's still going to be going down and out to 1-on-2, but it's DD with the AWP. He gets the kill on Dimir. He's got 35 seconds. He's going to come back for more, and SDY is waiting for him. My god, that's close. Tyloo, you said they'd like something out of those pistols. They get 4 kills.
That's massive. They take an AWP away, and it's going to be expensive if they want to go back into it. They pass the AWP off to Davkos, and do they buy the second one? SDY can do it. He's got 6,100. That'd be a huge investment, though. Team Spirit trying to bring themselves back into this. You know, it's crazy. I'm seeing the pick'em percentages. It's 91% have picked Tyloo to win this in pick'ems, but we had that you know, that upcomer app. 74% was going for Team Spirit. Craziness.
How does that work, Moses?
I don't know.
We need
an
investigation.
Answers. Tactical timeout from Team Spirit is over. Freeze time coming to an end. They do go for the single op. Trying to preserve as much money as possible down the stretch. The economy is going to have a huge impact.
I mean, they've won 5 out of the last 6 rounds here, Spirit. Now, sure, they've had the better weaponry and all of that, but this is a good trend.
Yeah, Tyloo's only had the 1 round in this entire half. The T side, it's been slow-paced. I wonder if we're going to see Tyloo at some point change that. Pick up the aggression, pick up the speed. This time it looks like it's going to be a B-bomb site hit. Somebody in Execute, the only 2 towards playground. Davkos playing with fire a little bit. Very aggressive. Might get... Oh yeah, he's going to get rewarded. Too slow for Captain Mo. This is something Tyloo's struggled with in their T-sides on pretty much every single map. Every once in a while they get into this funk when they're doing these kind of slower rounds where they just don't know how to keep players alive long enough. Somebody thought it was clear the whole way.
He was certainly playing like that. Execute is going to get the 1 kill here. Backing off at a good headshot. Somehow back in a 3-on-3, but SDY there to take down DD, and that was all the way in the B-bomb side. He was trying to creep in alone with really no support, just hoping to maybe use the chaos from the other side of the map as a momentary distraction to make that work.
This utility is going to give Bentet a solo fight if he wants it. He's got to be aggressive from this stance. Dima's actually rotated as well. Bentet has to go. You have to risk it at some point. Here comes the flashbang. Oh, he's so blind. Dima, he's going to get picked off. Bentet had dropped the bomb for his teammate to get in. That's great. That's smart. He's going to get an advanced position, but the off up top is going to be tough to deal with. He's got 1 player isolated towards Graffiti.
I'm not sure he even knows yet. Bentet now, that smoke up there is really going to help them out. They don't have any more to throw, though. And a lot is on the line here for Team Spirit especially. They need to win this round and keep the money alive, otherwise they're going to be in so much trouble. Bentet down on the ramp. Flashbang goes out a little bit. That smoke's now fading on top. The AWP going to come through. Good shot from Execute. The triple now needs the quad to close out this round. And SDY is right in front. Tabs the bomb a single time, but there's almost no time left. Oh my god! Execute taking 1 down. The Indonesian player coming out big in this round. Quad kill for him. And that is going to put Tyloo very close to winning the map.
That's so many mistakes from Team Spirit, though. You still don't really feel like Tyloo has won this. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. They have a 5-on-3, and you're running like there's definitely going to be no one there. Dima caught out in the open, an odd time, an awkward rotation because the call from A was coming in. Execute has a brilliant flank. A nice flashbang over as well, but 5-on-3 given up at this stage in the game when you're running out of money, that's crushing.
Not exactly what they were hoping for, especially given that great beginning here.